For the women's side, I feel like it's more captivating than the men's bracket. The last couple years, it's been taken over by superstars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and we got this rematch of the national championship game, but this time in the Elite Eight. On Monday, Caitlin Clark basically did her thing, and what I thought from last year when I saw her play LSU, she got a little uncomposed. She got a little too aggressive on defense, got herself into foul trouble, and then by that point there was this avalanche of three-pointers that you didn't expect LSU to make. You thought that was going to be Caitlin Clark, but instead she was forcing shots in that edge, and despite them even getting off to a really hot start, and then Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers respond with a fantastic run, it just wasn't enough, because in that second half it felt like Iowa had that extra gear. And it's not just Caitlin Clark, even though maybe this team isn't as great as it was last year. Anytime Caitlin Clark had the ball, she was doing what she wanted to Haley Van Lith. She was getting eaten alive and could simply just shrug in despair, just saying, "Help me, coach, do something." And I thought Kim Mulkey really put her defensive strategy to shame. I thought that it was just not the best strategy just to put one-on-one to a defender that's clearly struggling all game long, not even giving her consistent help. And it was like barbecue chicken, as Shaq always says. And that's where you have Caitlin Clark leading Iowa to the Final Four yet again. That's their second consecutive appearance, and now she's going against Paige Bueckers, a person who is on the mend. I mean, she missed all of last year with a knee injury, and it kind of opened the door for other teams to get into the national championship, because UConn has been the most dominant program in women's college basketball with Gino Auriemma. Now, the new forefront player that he has is Paige Bueckers. Now, 2 years ago she was phenomenal, but last year with that knee injury it definitely opened the door. But this time it's definitely more of a trying road to get to the Final Four. It wasn't easy, but still going with this head-to-head clash of Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. Now, who will come up on top? Not really sure, but it's a very even matchup. The thing is, though, it just seems futile, because on the other side of the bracket you have USC, and the South Carolina Gamecocks are just such a strong team. 2 years ago, they went all the way, they won the national championship, and you felt like it's only a matter of time before they return to that type of echelon. Yet again, they seem to be so good, and it feels like whoever comes up between this matchup between UConn and Iowa, it's gonna be just on a silver platter. And I feel like South Carolina really has what it takes to mow down NC State in the Final Four and probably make it very tough on whoever comes out. It would be a true David versus Goliath type of matchup, where you have the superstar player and the superstar team. And usually teams end up getting the better superstar players. We've seen so many times, in especially basketball. LeBron, for example, has led countless teams to the finals, but always gets outmanned, outgunned by a far more talented team. And I feel like that would be a similar circumstance for the women's bracket.